All right, it is 5708 Winter Cherry. This is the house we're going to walk today. We're starting in the backyard first, which is a little different, but we'll make sure that you see all the parts of it. Today is Monday, September 24th, and it is a beautiful day here in Las Vegas. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this synthetic grass. I actually have synthetic grass in my home with 3 doggies myself. I can smell that there are some urine and some things in this. Easy fix. It's Simple Green. You're just going to spray a bunch of Simple Green on this. Simple Green's going to take and neutralize the enzymes in any of the animal's urine, and we're going to be just fine. But I love the fact that it has synthetic grass. So nice to have a little bit of a green area out here. Something that we don't have to worry about as far as grass. So this is great. This is a nice big patio area. One thing we're going to show you from up above behind you is a private lot, which is great. No big 2-story looking in your backyard. And you have a little preschool or daycare center that is over to our right, or the house is right, and that's wonderful as well. That section over there is community park or walking trail. So again, nice extra space on both sides. Love how we have a cute little fence right here to cover up our 2 AC units. And let's not forget, we like the security door as well. So the security door coming into the house from the backyard is really, really nice. As what John's just doing right now, you can close the security door, let the air come in. You can have somebody or kids outside, have a really good visual of it. I just really like security doors. There's not going to be a lot that I'm going to want to change on this house. So the thing that we've got to remember is they're just little maintenance items more than anything. But I am going to tell you some things that we are going to want to do in the future. So right now you'll notice that all the walls are a very clean white, which is fine for now. However, it does give you a sterile feeling. Once the walls need to be painted, however many years that is down the line, maybe 3, 4, could be even 5, we are going to want to put some color on the wall, like a biscotti or a light beige. We're going to leave the crown molding and the baseboards white. Ceiling would be white. Stair railings would be white. So all of those are going to stay white, which will give the whole house a pop feel. Right now, as I said, it's fine. It will rent just great. This is granite, so we love that. All the appliances are upgraded, so we love that. We've got the stainless steel sink in here, which is awesome. It's undermount. You will notice the blinds everywhere. So the blinds are going to be your standard plastic blind. They're fine for now. We are going to rent it with these blinds on. However, let's say in a year when a tenant moves out, this blind gets broken. At that point, I would say change all the blinds downstairs to the 2.5-inch wood, faux wood, white, horizontal blind. It's going to give this house more of a pop factor to it, and with the colored walls, it's going to look really good. Right now, again, though, it's fine. I do like that they painted the cabinets and they put these nice polished chrome handles on it, so as far as the kitchen is concerned, everything looks great. This is something I wanted to show in the video. These 2 main windows, which are in this living room, they are going to overlook the community park area, which is awesome. This is considered a premium lot from the standpoint that is landscaping that will always be maintained and you never have to pay for it. I mean, you do have HOA dues, but as an individual, you get to enjoy that without that being your responsibility. There's a picnic table out there. There's lots of mature trees. There's a little walking trail. Will only be used by people in the neighborhood, so that's great. One thing we want to make note of is this flooring does look great. However, it's a little bit on the inexpensive side. The reason I say that is because it is starting to come up in places. So I believe John's going to be able to glue this down. Anywhere where they're starting to come up, he's going to glue down, give us a little bit more life on this floor. But it really does look great. And I like how it's all this same flooring downstairs. This right here is just a nice little pantry that goes with the kitchen. This is the front door. So this is how you would walk into the front door. You also have a security door there, which is great. In this area of the hallway, we are going to have a coat closet here. This is your laundry room. I personally think this is awesome. I am not a big fan of having to go through the garage, then you got your laundry room, then you go somewhere else in the house. The fact that this is totally separate and it's out of the way and it's got a door to close, this is going to be something that tenants are really going to like. So I love the fact that it's big enough that you can put a hamper in here, but you can shut it off. Here in this garage, there's a couple things I really like as well. So in here, we've got this storage area. Now, because these are attached to the wall, I'm assuming this shelving stays. So all of this shelving will stay, and that is ideal. This is great for food storage, for all that stuff that you only need to grab maybe once a year. So having this additional storage is great. I did have John measure this garage to see if maybe this took up some of our garage, but our measurements were fine for any kind of four-door sedan. Of course, it's not going to fit a big truck or a truck with a long bed. It's not really meant to do that. So we will still be able to have tenants that can utilize the garage for their cars. These, I imagine, are going to go with the cellar, so we do not expect them to stay. So even with these being removed, that's going to give us a little bit more space. Alrighty, so the garage works out great with the auto opener. Now we will go upstairs. So as we go upstairs again, I want, if you don't mind, Taylor, take a picture or just see how pretty this side area is. But that is such a nice view. And again, I wouldn't be doing any kind of blinds on this window. I think what she's done with some kind of drapery will always be something that works fine. So even when this gets worn out, we can just leave the bar up there and then we can allow a tenant to decorate this however they want. I do want to, in the video, and I don't know if it's going to show, over time we have had just the carpet get a little bit worn. So the question's going to be, is it time to replace the carpet now when we start the tenancy, or should we try and keep this carpet with a cleaning and a stretching? Now normally when I've done stretching, I've had like one area or maybe two areas that I've needed to stretch. If you, I don't know if your video can see it, but we actually have like 1, 2, 3 just in this room. We have another one that's in this room. So it may be to the point where by the time you pay for the cleaning and the stretching, we may just want to do new carpet. So John's going to do 2 bids. He's going to do one for the cleaning and the stretching, then he's going to do a line item for what new carpet would be. I like this color. I just think a new fresh carpet in here would start the tenancy off really nice because there's so many really fresh, clean things in this house. So that's what's going on in here. Nice loft, really nothing we have to do other than just the stretching or the replacing of the carpet. This is bedroom number 1. In here we have these little shades that roll. Now, these are going to work fine and dandy when they continue to work. But there's going to be a tenant that comes in here, pulls on these, or their kid's going to pull on them. They're going to go right back up, and this is going to break. So I am telling you, we will live with these for as long as they can. If a tenant breaks it on the next go around, we will put the 2.5-inch white faux wood blind in. So kind of the conversion will happen as these items break down. So if this one breaks and this one still works, I'm still going to suggest replacing both. At this time, we will live with it. Great ceiling fan in this room. So this room just needed a disclosure of the shades. This is a cute little baby nursery. They've got some tint on this window. John, I would think that we would want to remove that. So we're going to remove the tint that they put on. It's an after the fact kind of tint, should be easy. Again, we have the pull down shades on this room as well. Everything else is great in here. We just have an overhead light rather than a ceiling fan. For a secondary bedroom, perfectly okay. And then we're going to come through here. We have in here the bathroom. The only thing I can see in this is that we do have, again, some of this flooring that is pushing up, probably because of the water and the moisture. Really, this isn't the kind of floor you're supposed to put down where there is water and moisture. As time goes on, might make sense to put some ceramic tile. At this point, we can live with it. We can make it work until it starts looking rough. Love the single encased enclosure. No worries about grout. And then window up above. I think this bathroom's great. So no issues we have to worry about. Here in this master, again, carpet does have a very definite wear pattern. So let me just kind of say this. If this tenant was to move out, if she was a tenant, and I was walking this property, I would be saying replace the carpet. So I'm just letting you know that from the wear pattern, it is almost to the extent of usage. I know when you just buy a property, that's not necessarily something that you want to just, throw more money into. However, it's going to need to happen quicker than later. You may just want to do it now rather than paying for the carpet cleaning and the stretching. There are a few places, I don't know if you're going to see it in the video. John brought these to our attention. There are basically 2 spots here and a couple spots on the ceiling where it has been retextured and there's a little different color to it. I don't care about that at this point when the walls are white. When we do decide to paint the walls a different color, then at that point the ceiling can get a nice coat of white spray. That way everything will be cleaned up. We do have some draperies here, but the nice thing is we do have the pull down shades. Again, when those decide to no longer work, we will put up some 2.5-inch wood faux blinds. Here's really great. The only thing that I saw in here, we do need to paint these cabinets. They do share wear, a little bit of wear on them. So we want these to look really nice to kind of match the rest of the house. We are missing a drain stopper there. And then just as a reminder, carpet that is still here in the master closet and a transition strip that is cracked. This I do want to get fixed because over time that thing is just going to come up. Once it comes up, it's going to cause some splinters. Somebody could stub their toe, just a few things. So we definitely want to get the transition strip taken care of. So that is everything that I can imagine. If they remove this and there's anything that needs to be touched up, there might be a little bit of touch up that has to happen. When they pull things off the wall, there might be a little bit of touch up, but the walls look great. Everything about this house looks great. The ceiling fans are all nice. The light fixtures are all good. This has got a good, clean feel to it. And again, cannot emphasize enough, I love this lot location within the community. That is going to be one of the big factors when it comes to renting this. So yeah, I like this house. Not a lot that needs to be done. Would we like to walk out front so we can see the front of it? One thing to note too, I think this is that special Envy Energy thermostat that needs to get just switched over to a normal digital thermostat. And because there's 2 ACs, John, there's going to be 2 thermostats. So I'm going to check down here and I'm going to see it. Here's the second one. So we've got 2 thermostats that would need to be changed out.
Okay.
So now let's just take a quick look into the front. Oh, is everybody putting on shoes?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I will put on shoes. I was going to rough it. I just want to All right, so here we are in the front. Front is relatively small. These are kind of compact lots. We've got enough vegetation that makes the curb appeal nice, but easy maintenance for any kind of tenant. 2-car driveway. And then this is where you can really see what I'm talking about. So this gives you this big open space between your neighbors, where if you look over there, all the neighbors are together. So you feel like you're a little bit close. In this particular house, you're not going to feel that way. And because most of the windows are on this side of the house that are important, like your living room, here you've got the front area looking onto the street, it really makes this house a nice feature. All right, I think that's all I have to say about this property. It's awesome. It should rent quickly. And John, not a lot that you have to do.
Not at all.
All right.